So, Fall Event Part 2 just rolled out, and I've been grinding it since the update landed. Let me be real with you right from the start. This isn't some massive expansion. You're not getting a brand new set of hobbies or flashy lobbies to run around in, even though that's what a lot of us thought we were going to see after the leaks. What we actually got are a bunch of quests called activities in-game, though honestly, calling them that feels like a stretch. It's basically just garden tasks. Before I dive in, quick favor, hit that subscribe button and join the 5k OGs here on the channel. Drop a like too, it really helps push the videos out. Alright, now let's get into the real details. The nice thing about this event is that it doesn't feel like a grind fest. I had around 400 fall energy after just 25 minutes of farming. That's with default energy, no crazy boost. The reason it went so smoothly is because I set myself up in advance. I went on the Grower Garden wiki, opened the fall harvest page and looked through the full list of quests. Once you do that, you'll see that most of them are super basic. Plant this, harvest that. Nothing complicated, nothing you need to overthink. The only quests that actually slow you down are the pet leveling ones. Growing salmon or chipmunks to age 10 takes time and that can drag. But here's the beauty of the system. You can reroll. If something feels like it's going to take too long, swap it out. Don't waste your day forcing yourself through the hardest tasks. I plant them ahead in my garden like parsley, Maya lemon, plus all the usual fruits and plants needed for fall blooms. Blueberries, tomatoes, glowthorns, even giant pine cones. With that combination, I can knock out almost every quest the game throws at me, and other plants are still necessary because one of the quests specifically asks you to trigger a fall bloom. And here's a little trick to make farming energy smoother. When you talk to the fall activity NPC, click See Activities. You'll see your 3 quests listed there, and those progress bars don't disappear even if you head back to your garden. That means you can track your progress live while playing without constantly running back to check in with the NPC. Let me walk you through what I mean. Right now, one of my quests says to harvest 10 parsley. So I head over, harvest them, and instantly you can see the bar filling up right there on my screen. No extra steps, no need to run back and talk to the NPC again. That saves so much time. Now, the moment I finish that parsley quest, the game immediately replaces it with a new one. For me, it was plant Maya lemon, so I dropped a Maya lemon into my plot, and sure enough, the quest cleared and another fresh one took its place. Here's another example. This time it asked me to give 1 maple syrup to a pet. I fed it, progress complete, and again a new task appeared right away. A moment later, it wanted me to feed soup to a pet, so I did that too. That's already 4 quests knocked out in just about 5 minutes, and I didn't even need to break my flow. That's the kind of pace that makes farming energy actually enjoyable instead of tedious. Now let's talk about rerolling, because this is where a lot of players mess up. The system is smarter than it looks. You don't want to reroll as soon as you see a task you don't love. Instead, finish all the easy ones first. Remember, every time you clear one, the game instantly gives you a replacement. The only time I recommend rerolling is when your entire questline is clogged up with long, grindy ones, like multiple pet growth tasks all at once. That's when rerolling actually saves you time. Otherwise, hold on to those rerolls and let the system refresh itself. Here's another little strategy I've been using. In my second garden slot, I keep certain things ready ahead of time. For example, I placed a fall egg there just waiting to be hatched. So when a quest popped up that told me to hatch a fall egg, I didn't have to waste time scrambling to prepare. I just swapped over to my second slot, clicked it, and boom, quest done instantly. That's the mindset you want to have with this event. Think 2 or 3 steps ahead. Prepare your garden in advance and you'll clear tasks way faster than if you're reacting to them in real time. Now, the biggest complaint across the community right now is the reward system. If you've been checking Discord or other servers, you've probably seen the frustration. You can only claim 1 reward every 24 hours. That's rough. Even if you farm hundreds of points of energy in one sitting, you're still capped at 1 daily prize. And let's be honest, the rewards are nice, but they're not so incredible that they need to be locked behind a full day's wait. They're not game-breaking, they're not legendary tier exclusives, so why the long delay? A lot of players are hoping the devs cut that down to something more reasonable, maybe every 4 or 5 hours. I've already seen enough people complaining that I wouldn't be surprised if it gets changed soon. Some players are also talking about results with the rewards. For example, in Dawn server, I saw someone say they contributed over 1000 fall energy and pulled 3 rewards. Meanwhile, when I hit 400 points right after reset, I got 1. That makes me wonder if there's a tiered system hidden in here, like maybe hitting 500 gives you 2 rewards. I haven't confirmed it myself, so if you've gone over 500 fall energy, definitely comment and let me know how many rewards you got. Now, let's move on to the part of this event that's actually exciting, the pets. The new salmon pet is ridiculous in the best way possible. It gains bonus XP for every other salmon you've placed in your garden. I tested it with just 2 salmon and they were gaining 8 XP per second. Since you can place up to 8 pets, you can stack that up to 32 XP per second. That's insanely fast. Pets that usually take forever to grow are suddenly leveling like crazy. If you've been around long enough to remember how broken the mouse was when it dropped, this feels very similar. With enough salmon, you can breeze past pet level requirements, and it also makes pushing for ascensions a whole lot easier. Ascended pets bring in the Dawnbound mutation, which has one of the highest multipliers in the game and is always in demand. So even if you don't care about the salmon's core ability, farming them just for ascension potential is a smart play. There are also other pets worth keeping an eye on. The woodpecker had a leaked ability tied to cooking times, but the final version is different. It now has a chance to duplicate woody plants. Depending on your setup, that could actually be very strong. Then you've got the red panda, which refreshes a random stock in the gear or seed shop. On paper, it sounds small, but if it restocks the right items, it could be a massive boost for anyone chasing rare resources. On top of that, the acorn lollipop is probably one of the best little additions in this update. Every single one instantly levels a pet by 1. That alone makes them valuable, but some of my friends notice they show up very frequently. Every time they triggered a full bloom, the lollipop was back in stock right alongside other essentials like rakes, bells, and super leaves. That's a huge deal because it keeps your progress steady instead of stalling out when you run out of key items. The only drawback here is the requirement to unlock certain pets. To access some of the rarer ones in the shop, you need to trigger the full bloom 45 times. That's a lot. Personally, I've only managed 30 so far. If you didn't start grinding back in part 1, you're already behind and you'll have to play catch up for a while. And honestly, if you're really impatient, you can spend Robux to buy your way through. I'll admit, I did it myself just because I didn't feel like waiting. So, wrapping this all up, part 2 of the fall event isn't groundbreaking, but it does have its highlights. The quests themselves are easy once you've got your garden prepared, the reroll system keeps the grind manageable, and the pets, especially the salmon, are a big reason to stick with it. The main issue is still the 24-hour cooldown on rewards, which makes the pacing feel painfully slow. If that gets patched or shortened, the whole event will instantly feel a lot better. Until then, the strategy is simple. Stay consistent, push toward 500 energy daily, and take advantage of the pets and items while you can. It might not be the flashiest update we've had, but there are definitely incentives to keep farming, especially if you're aiming for ascensions or rare pets. Hopefully, the developers hear the feedback and adjust the pacing soon, because right now, waiting an entire day for one reward just feels like it drags forever. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'll keep testing everything as the event goes on, so stay tuned. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.